Today is a topic dealing with a profile on Dr. Calvin Atchison, a longtime Tennessee State University administrator, as well as a community activist. And of course, Dr. Atchison, the information that you gave us during your earlier career and experiences was just precious. And we believe that now you should be able to give us some information about an institution that you've been involved with for a long time, and that's Tennessee State University. How did you come to Tennessee State University? How did you first hear about Tennessee State University?
Well, the first I heard about Tennessee State University and the position which I took, there was a lady working here whom I knew from Johnson C. Smith in Charlotte, North Carolina. She called me one night and asked if I could come and take her place during that summer because she wanted to go away and study. So I came for that summer, and I was told that they had a full-time position and they would like for me to remain. So I would return to North Carolina, work 2 weeks to clear my desk, and I came to Tennessee State as a full-time teacher. I was in the psychology department with Dr. M.I. Claiborne, and we began to spread the department so that we had majors. For the most part, we were a service department to education, and we began to attract majors to come. Well, Dr. Walter S. Davis was president at that time, and Dr. Davis, how he knew so many faculty members and students, I don't know, because he called me to come in one day and talk with him. Here again, it was a miracle thing. So we talked about my experience, and he said he wanted me to go to college. I mean, university, to finish my degree. I had a master's degree. So I said, well, I just don't have the money now. Well, don't worry about it. We'll get a scholarship for you. So I went to Indiana University on a full-time scholarship. I was drawing my full salary from Tennessee State University, a full-time student at Indiana University. I had a 1-year full scholarship, and I was determined to get my degree in that 1 year because I had completed 2 years at Columbia. And I graduated from Indiana University in 1 year and came back. And after that, Dr. Davis would always call on me if he wanted me to do a special job. At that time, the State Department was asking Tennessee State to do a lot of things, get involved in studying the programs and all of the activities involved in student activities. There was a lady, Dr. Charity Mance, who was heading a program. I remember each day we would meet and we would build objectives and revising the total curriculum. And it was quite a learning experience for me, so I always made myself available to work on special projects. The White House Conference on Youth was held in 1960. The State Department had asked Dr. Davis to conduct a research study. The theme was the values we hold. So Dr. Davis called me in and told me that he wanted me to direct that research project. And he said, you have just this summer to do it. I will assign you some teachers to work with you and give you whatever's needed to do this job. I want to meet with you every morning and have breakfast. We didn't meet in the office. If he wanted to talk with you, you go up to his house and have breakfast with him. And we would meet every morning, and I told him, I said, Dr. Davis, I prefer having a group of students. I know what is to be done. I know how much needs to be done. He said, well, you select the students you want to work with you. We conducted the study, the values we hold, and it was value practice of Tennessee teachers. They had a value system of education. And we wanted to know in the research study, we wanted to know if these teachers are practicing the values that they believe in. First of all, do they believe in the values? And second, do they practice them? So I built a questionnaire to do that study. When the study was completed, Dr. Davis was asked to present it to the legislature. He took me down. We presented it, and it was selected for me to go to Washington and present in the White House Conference. I spent 1 week there at the White House Conference on Children and Youth. And after that, anytime Dr. Davis wanted me to do a job, he called me to come up to his house, not his office.
For breakfast.
Come up to his house. The second job he gave me, special job, Tennessee State University had never directed its own self-study. And this was the first time that it was supposed to be directed from the campus. And I had an office, a little cubicle office, downtown in the education department where all of the records and information was down there that I needed to conduct this self-study. During this period is when Dr. Davis was taken ill and he had to leave before the study was completed. But Dr. Fancher came in and completed the study while Dr. Floyd, no, I believe it was Dr. Torrance. Dr. Torrance came in and Title III was on hand. I had to do Title III, and he said, well, you're going to need some help. And he came in and divided the responsibility with Dr. Fancher and with me so that we could complete that first self-study. It was a self-study that we all do at these universities, sponsored by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools. And we did that study, and we had a good record. But Dr. Davis was taken ill and left before the study was completed, and it was completed under Dr. Turner. But when Dr. Davis wanted a job done, he would call the meeting himself.
And of course, Dr. Atchison, let's stop our second commercial break, and then we'll come back and we'll pick up at this point. And we'll be back with our audience following this very, very short commercial break. We're talking to Dr. Calvin Atchison.